Hello everyone and welcome, Sandy here. Today we are going to do a unboxing of a Kickstarter deck that I backed in 2023. I believe sometime in the fall. So the only cards that I've seen from this deck are the ones that have been shared on the creator's Instagram, as well as on the campaign site, obviously. But since I knew I wanted this deck, I actually did not look too thoroughly on the campaign page, because I like being surprised. So this is the site we are greeted by as we are opening this parcel. So some of you might even know already what this deck is. It's by the Hedge Pig Projects, and it's the same creator who did this Hedgerow Oracle, Spirit of the Hedgerow Oracle. This here, now look at this beautiful pin. I forgot we were getting a pin. All right, so let's get this tissue paper away from the candle. I'm a little bit paranoid there. All right, this bag is beautiful. It's like this soft kind of velvet type fabric, and it's got this golden fairy ring of mushrooms here. It's so pretty. Oh, right, and it's lined. That's really lovely. All right, here we go. So the deck that I'm looking at today is the Spirit of the Woodland Tarot. And let me just get this plastic off. So much stuff. All right. Ooh, exciting. I am super excited by this. I actually wasn't sure if I was going to get it or not, even though I really loved the artwork. I just didn't want it to compete too much with my Oak Ash and Thorn. But you know what? In the end, I decided to get it anyway, because I thought they were different enough. And yeah, let's just see. So the box here is beautiful. We have this kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like this kind of iridescent golden like gilding on the, and it's kind of embossed as well on the box. Here we've got some glowy shiny mushrooms on the side, I think on all four sides. Yeah. And here we've got the back of the box, and here it says, Spirits of the Woodland Tarot. Discover the spirits of the Woodland Tarot with this fully illustrated Rider-Waite inspired deck and guidebook by the mixed media artist Hedge Pig Inc., creator of the Spirits of the Hedgerow Oracle. Yeah, so you can go and have a look at their website there on www.hedgepig.inc.co.uk. So the Spirits of the Hedgerow Oracle was an oracle that I really wanted to get, but ultimately decided against it. And then when they arrived that they were doing a Spirits of the Woodland Tarot, I said, all right, so that's the one for me. And Hedgepig Inc. is Nicole Stone in real life names, or whatever you call it. So here we go. The box opens really easily. That's lovely. And we've got a little guidebook here that we will look closer at later on. And here we have the cards. I'm so excited. Ooh, okay, so we've got, God, look at these gorgeous bags. A simple little band there. And the backs also have this kind of shiny gold kind of feel to them. Lovely. And then we have a matte gold gilding. I am so happy about that. If you know me, you know I love the matte gilding. All right. The deck is quite thick. I'm not sure how it's gonna shuffle yet. The cardstock is very snappy, quite flexible. I'm not sure. Some of you guys love more thicker cardstock. I tend to prefer like thinner cardstock just because I don't want the deck to be too thick. Actually, I have the shadowscapes here that we could compare the thickness with. So this is a regular like Llewellyn style deck. It's, yeah, it's quite a lot thicker than a regular Llewellyn Tarot. And those are kind of like not my sweet spot, but on the verge of being too big for me because of my tiny hands. Size-wise, a bit taller than the Shadowscapes, but I think the Shadowscapes is actually a little bit shorter than the regular standard tarot size. Where do I have a standard tarot size here? Hang on. Let's have a look at the Tarot Volatile. So let's have a look here. Yeah, it's bang on standard tarot size. So yeah, it's just the Shadowscapes that's a bit shorter. Okie doke, let's get cracking, shall we? We might be here for a while, so you might want to pause and grab yourself a little snack or a beverage. And let's zoom us in. There we go. So here we've got the beautiful Fool. We've got a lovely frog sitting on a pumpkin with a candle on its head. I don't know what it is about this image that just makes me so happy. It was the same one that we got on the pin here. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the frog with the candle on his head that it's it just sparks something in me. I don't know. Then again, I'm also kind of like poor little guy with the melting wax on his head. It's a beautiful picture. I'm a little bit, I mean, it does give a bit of hermit vibes to me, don't you think? All right, so here we have the Magician, a white bunny. Is that's a bit funny? I mean, the bunnies are usually pulled out of magicians' hats, but here we've got a white bunny with like mushrooms growing out of its back. Look at that. Lots of mushrooms all around. Super interested in to hear. I hope that the artist has explained in the guidebook their choices and how they chose to depict these different cards. Two of coins. Is this not in order? What is going on? Oh, hang on. So we have the Fool and the Magician. Then we suddenly get Two of Coins and Two of Cups. Oops, I think something has gone a bit amiss here. I was gonna say, do we have a frog again for the High Priestess? But no. I will put those to the side for now, because the High Priestess is coming up here underneath. It might be that... Oh, look at that. Oh, I see what's happened. I see what's happened. So they've printed... But why are the aces not with the Magician then? I was thinking all the ones together, all the twos together, all the threes together. It looks that way. You know what, guys? I'm gonna pause here and put this in order so that we can take a look through the deck in the order that we are accustomed to. All right, so yeah, let's do that. All right, now they are in order, and throughout the whole ordering process I tried to completely focus my line of sight only on the titles so that I would not be ruining any of my first impressions. Yeah, so I've not looked at the actual image, or tried not to look too closely on any of the images. I just focused on the titles. And the one thing I noticed, because I was only looking at the titles, is that the size of the font keeps changing, which was a bit jarring to me. I mean, I understand if a line is, or if a title is too long, that you have to have a slightly smaller font size. But I noticed when I had all the tens, for example, 10 of coins, 10 of wands, etc., next to each other, all of, like, some of the titles were bigger than the others, and that kind of bugs me a little bit. But let's just get that out of the way first, so that I don't have to talk about it when we get to the cards, because I just want to talk about the artwork and the symbology and whatever is in here. So we've seen the Fool already. Beautiful little frog. We talked about the Magician with the mushrooms. I do really love the color palette in this deck. So for the High Priestess, we have a dragon. I was not expecting that, actually, because I for some reason thought that we only had, like, we didn't have many, like, or any mythical creatures here, but yeah. Okay, so for the Empress, we have another rabbit. I love, this is a beautiful card with all the snowdrops. Look. Another thing I noticed is that none of the mages have any numbers, which means that it's like the justice and strength cards are interchangeable. You wouldn't be able, you don't need to think about the numbers or where they go in the deck, in that sense. So but when I was putting it into order, I was like, hang on. Without the numbers, I had to just think twice a little bit where each card went, but it went surprisingly easy as well. Yeah. All right, for the Emperor, we have a wolf with a moth, or a moth, I think, not a butterfly, over its nozzle. How interesting. For the Hierophant, we have a white raven. Ooh, I love this card. Look at all the mossy rocks, and then we have this key here. Oh, that raven is so cool. Look at that. For the Lovers, we have a couple of swans. I love these little, like, firefly things here surrounding them. Beautiful. And for the Chariot, I knew about this one, which is one of the reasons. I just, you know me and hedgehogs, I love them to bits. And I just thought this was so cute, with the little hedgehog dragging on a little car, and then we have this little snail there as well on the mushroom. This deck seems to have mushrooms on every card, which I absolutely love. Okay, so here we have the Strength card with a fox and a bunny rabbit. We seem to be having some kind of amulets hanging up in the ceiling. That's interesting. And for the Hermit, we have a little snail, but not so little actually. Look at the scale here. We have this little bird sitting on a twig. That this snail must be absolutely massive. that's so funny. Oh, I really do love this card though. It's so pretty. Oh, look at the wheel. I think this must be one of the prettiest wheel cards I've ever seen. Look at that. We've got, is that a hawk maybe? I am not sure what type of bird that is. But we've got a moth and a mouse. We've got some kind of what are they called in English? Not a caterpillar, although maybe it is supposed to be one, but I think it looks more like a what are they called? The one with 1,000,000 feet or 1,000 feet. Anyway, and then we've got a skeleton here. I think it looks maybe like a hare or a rabbit skeleton. Some wild strawberries there as well. That's so pretty. Love it. And the Justice card, wow. That is so pretty as well. I've put the Justice in the wrong place though. Sorry about that. Or have I? No, I haven't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any numbers. But that is a gorgeous card. The jackalope. Rabbit with antlers. All right, and then for the Hanged Man, we have a bat. Super pretty. Ooh, look at this Death card. That looks so spooky. With the little bird there as well. So cool. Love that. For the Temperance, we have a magpie. Interesting. And for the Devil, we have an adder. As far as snake cards go, this is beautiful. And the Tower. Oh. I really do love the color scheme that Nicole uses here in this deck. I'm trying to also figure out, it feels like it's kind of like a mixed media thing. It feels like there's some watercolor here, some gouache, but then there's also, it also feels in some cards like there's some kind of digital element to it. Like she's edited them digitally afterwards. Like for example, the lightning here feels like it's been added digitally afterwards. I was also looking at the face here of the bird on the wheel card. it feels like it's kind of, it feels like if you look at the body and then compare it to the head, it just feels like the head has so much more detail than the rest of the bird that it feels like maybe it's been edited digitally afterwards or something. I don't know. Anyway, that was a tangent. And the star, oh, that's beautiful with the Pegasus. Oh, look at that sky in the background as well. It's so pretty. And the moon, this is the card we have on the box. With the fox kind of sneaking into this clearing. All right, and then we have the sun. We do have a lot of repeat animals in this. I'm just gonna have to get over that. I know it's not supposed to be like an animal spirit type of deck, so it's more of a, well, it does say it is called Spirits of the Woodland, but what I mean by an animal spirit deck is where one animal is representing a certain energy of the card. So, but it's kind of like with Oak, Ash and Thorn, it's more of a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but with, instead of people, they are represented by animals, and in this case we're in the woodland area where there is, you know, perhaps a limited amount of creatures to use. I don't know, but this is also very pretty. We have the Judgment card. Oh, that's cool. We've got a mole and mice, and maybe that's a rat, I don't know. And then we have a barn owl up there. And a snail again. Lovely. I'm so intrigued. I wonder how to interpret these, really. I'm really interested to see what it says in the guidebook. Mind you, I shouldn't get too I shouldn't hope for too much, I suppose, since the guidebook is very thin. But the world card is stunning. I absolutely love all of these creatures here, which makes me feel like, yeah, we had a hedgehog and such in the majors, but a badger card or a squirrel card, I feel like is that a little stoat maybe? This world card is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Oh. All right, so we have come to the minors, and I arranged the minors or the suits in the same order as they are mentioned in the guidebook. So in the guidebook, Nicole starts off with the swords. So here we have the Ace of Swords, and we have an owl with antlers, which is super cool and something I haven't really seen before. And it's holding a moral mushroom in its talons, which is super cool. And here we have a kingfisher for the Two of Swords. Interesting. And the Three of Swords. All right, so I'm seeing a theme here with the morals. We seem to be having morals in each of the cards so far. There we have them again. So it looks like maybe each suit will have its own mushroom, which is super fun. And here we have a robin, it looks like, grieving the death of its mate. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. And here we have the Four of Swords with a little hedgehog. Oh. I love the hedgehogs. Four of Swords. He's resting in his little house or home or whatever. What is it? What is it? Is it a den for a hedgehog? I'm not sure what the home of a hedgehog is called. I need to look that up. Or I bet it's in my hedgehog book. Yeah, I bet it says there. All right, Five of Swords. All right, so we have here a deer, but it looks like he's got the skeleton, the skull of another deer, like entangled in its antlers. That is way cool. Oh my goodness. For the Five of Swords. That gives me chills. Wow. Six of Swords. Looks like it could be a moth caterpillar, maybe, getting ready to spin into its cocoon. Chrysalis. Or is it only a chrysalis for butterflies? I don't know. Interesting. Seven of Swords. We've got the stoat, or is it a ferret? I'm not sure. Looking up at the glowing orbs around it. Eight of Swords. We have a butterfly captured in a bell jar. Wow. That's I mean, that's a really pretty picture, but wow. All right, so the Nine of Swords, we have here a hare who seems to be stuck in a nightmarish part of the forest. And the Ten of Swords. Okay. So here we seem to have like the ghost of a deer, like jumping around in a stone circle. Super spooky as well. All right, the Page of Swords, we seem to have a raven. Black raven this time. For the Knight of Swords, we have a dragonfly. Cool. Such a pretty picture as well. For the Queen of Swords, we have a barn owl capturing a snake. And for the King of Swords, we seem to be having a jay, I reckon. I think that's a jay. And he's got a worm. All right, next one up is the coins. So we have the Ace of Coins with a beautiful ladybug. I love that. And, oh, a chanterelle. So I reckon we're going to see a lot of chanterelles in the Ace of Coins. And as far as mushroom correspondences go, I think chanterelles go really well with the coin suit, actually. At least here in Finland, the chanterelles are called the gold of the forest. or the forest gold, basically, because it's a very sought after delicacy, and people, once they find, I don't know if I've told you this before, but once like mushroom pickers, if they ever find a really good chanterelle spot, it's like their best kept secret. They don't tell anybody because they don't want anybody else to find the same spot as them and get there first and the next year. So it's important as well when you pick chanterelles that you do the first bit of rinsing off of the bits that you don't want or need right there in the forest, so that the mycelium and the spores will take like root and spread, and so you will get chanterelles in the same spot the next year as well. If you just pick the mushroom and go, then you're not going to have, and if you don't leave any mushrooms left, then you're not going to have any more mushrooms there the next year. So yeah, that's a little bit of chanterelle information for you. Completely unsolicited. Right, here we have the Two of Coins that surprised us in the beginning of the video. So we've got daffodils here, as well as some chanterelle mushrooms again for the Two of Coins. Interesting. Oh, and it's got little eggs, frog eggs. What is it called in English? Not sure. My head is being really it's morning time here, and I haven't had any caffeine, so yeah, I'm having a bit of a difficult time with words apparently. All right, so for the Three of Coins we have ants. That's really that's a really good connection, I feel. Ants always work together, or ants work together really well, and in building their ant hills and all of the little, like, the amazing tunnels they make in there. Ants are amazing. I love that. Okay, so here we have the Four of Coins. The spider sitting in the middle of its web. We seem to be having some foxgloves growing here as well. Foxgloves growing. Say that fast 5 times. All right. Oh, badger for the 5 of Coins. Hang on, 5 of Coins. Oh yeah. He's sad and looking for his home. The trees have been either cut or burnt down. It looks like smoke here, and it looks like the forest has been devastated after a fire or something. Okay, this is interesting. We have some fairy mice. Oh, that's so cute. Little mice with fairy wings. Are you kidding? Oh, that is adorable. And it looks like this little mouse here has flown up to like shake loose the berries for these two. Okay, and the 7 of Coins, we have a beehive. Nice. 8 of Coins, a little mouse building his little home. Oh. 9 of Coins, we have a deer and a bumblebee here. Seem to be just chilling out in the grass. Very intense stare, I must say. And the 10 of Coins, A little hedgehog again. Or not so little. I mean, I feel like that tree is either very old and very little, or the hedgehog is just very, very big. Anyway, I love that there are several hedgehogs in this deck. I feel like Nicole, with her name of Hedge Pig, kind of needs to do a hedgehog only deck. Oh, Page of Coins with more stoats and dragonfly. Jeez. And there's something so calming and magical about Nicole's artwork. I don't know how to put my finger on it, but I really love it. Knight of Coins with a badger. Queen of Coins with a bumblebee. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. And the King of Coins as a dragon. That makes me just think, you know, it's so cool. I mean, I understand the reference here with the dragon lying on a pile of coins, kind of Hobbit-esque, you know, Smaug-like, but it's kind of also makes me think that the only other dragon so far in the deck was the High Priestess, you know. Is she making connections between the High Priestess and the King of Coins? Like, that's the kind of thing I start wondering about when I'm looking at a deck that has repeating animals. Like, are those cards with the same animals connected to each other in the eyes of the creator? Do you understand what I mean? So yeah. Okay, so then we are on to the cups. Here we have the Ace of Cups with the snails again, and oh, what's the name of that mushroom in English? In Swedish, it's Karl Johan swamp. Please say in the guidebook, because it's going to bother me so much. No, doesn't say in the guidebook what mushroom it is. Okay, so I actually didn't know the name of this mushroom in English. I don't think I've ever heard it before. It's a penny bun mushroom in English. These are very common here where I grew up, and they are super tasty. But yeah, a penny bun. So here we've got Two of Cups with two wild horses. Oh, so pretty. Love that. Here we have Three of Cups with the otters. Oh, yes. We needed some river otters in here. Definitely. Oh. Here we've got the Four of Cups. Little hare sleeping amongst the penny buns. This one makes me think of a card from the Oak, Ash and Thorn, actually. I think that's the Pentacles suit, maybe, where there's a rabbit kind of sleeping like this. Five of Cups, not with an owl. Okay, interesting. I'm trying to see the Five of Cups in this, but I really can't. I really can't see it. you know, with the usual, since it said it was a Rider-Waite-Smith style deck, but I can't really see the, you know, sadness, focusing only on the spilled kind of cups, not seeing the all the good you have kind of energy. It's a beautiful artwork, but for the Five of Cups I'm a bit confused. All right, Six of Cups. Here we seem to have some kind of lizard climbing up on a crystal ball, looks like, and then around them there you have these dandelion seed globes. That's super interesting for the Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. We have all of the chestnuts here. Just a big display of choices for the little squirrel. Also the butterfly there, whose name escapes me right now. Peacock. Is it a peacock butterfly? At least it's in Swedish. That's the straight translation from Swedish, at least. Påfågelöga, I think. Peacock eye butterfly. I'm not sure. Anyway. And for the Eight of Cups, we have a snake shedding its skin. That's super cool. Kind of like leaving behind what is not serving them anymore. This one I get. I really get this one. This is a really cool Eight of Cups. I like that. I like that a lot. Nine of Cups. Here we have a rat with bird's wings. That is cool and also terrifying at the same time. Oh, such a interesting depiction as well, with the sunrise here. The apples. Again, this must be a really big rat, for like, if you look at the scale with the with the apples. All right, Ten of Cups. Oh, with a bunch of badgers, a badger family. I love that. And the bluebells. Look at the bluebells. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at this Page of Cups. Oh, that is so precious. Look at those eyes, those Bambi eyes. That is so pretty. Oh, love that. For the Knight of Cups, we have a frog. Again, different type maybe. For the Queen of Cups, we have unicorns. Oh, that is super pretty, and I know somebody who would love this card. Lisa Pepes, I'm thinking of you. So pretty. And for the King of Cups, we have is that a dung beetle? If it's not a dung beetle, then it's at least some kind of beetle. It's a pretty card. I'm a sucker for anything, you know, with moons and suns in them. Oh my goodness, look at this Ace of Wands. No, that is so pretty. I love that. So for the one suit, we seem to be having the Amanita mushroom. And here we have chickadees, little chickadees, 2 of Wands, who are maybe looking for a new home, a new place to set up their home for the year so that they can start their family. So pretty. And here we've got a little bunny. Is that a little path? Is he starting on a new journey by going down a new path, perhaps? All right, see here we have a moth of some kind. Why can't I remember the name of that one? Or it looks a bit like I can't think of the name. But anyway, it's a moth. 4 of Wands. Seems to be taking a little rest there on the mushrooms. All right, then we have 5 of Wands with 2 birds. What are those birds? Are those also chickadees? Could be. Not sure, but it could be. And they seem to be having a little fight. I think maybe the couple is arguing where they're going to live. 6 of Wands. Oh no. Oh, the hawk or eagle has taken its prey. He has successfully won the chase, and his reward is his prey. Such is nature, but look at the poor little bunny. Aww. And here we have 7 of Wands. Okay. Here we have a beetle with antlers. Super, super cool. But what am I looking at? Is the light coming from the beetle or from the mushrooms, or is it just like a glowing orb? Not sure. Here we've got a swallow chasing some dragonflies for the 8 of Wands. And for the 9 of Wands, we have a scratched up wolf who is still prepared for battle, wary. There's a skull there, kind of indicating that the enemies have gone, and the poor wolf doesn't really need to be on his guard anymore. And we have the 10 of Wands with the bunny and her little bunny babies. So she's like the mother with lots of babies who has a lot of on her plate, I suppose. You can look at it that way. All right. The Page of Wands, we have a goat or a ram of some kind. Or is that an ibex? Ibex? I'm not sure. No, that's not it. Okay, interesting. Then for the Knight of Wands, we have a beautiful horse. Looks like one of the horses from the Two of Cups, actually. And then we have a, a very surprised looking rabbit down there, or hare. All right, for the Queen of Wands, we have a wildcat who seems to have caught a mouse. Interesting. And for the King of Wands, we have a black raven, which is interesting because we also had a black raven for the Page of Swords, I believe. And what has the raven caught? Or is he just landing on some rocks? Yeah, it looks like that. Right, so that was the main tarot cards. Then I also found some extra cards. So we have a Knight card with a moon and moths and fireflies. And then we have a Day card with butterflies and flowers. We have a Spring card with a little hedgehog. Then we have a Winter card, a little bunny rabbit again. An Autumn card with a fox. And last but not least, a Summer card with a hare again. Okay, so let's have a quick flip through the guidebook, and then I will pull a card or two and read from the guidebook for you. All right, so the little white book has a little bit of an introduction here, and then we go straight on to the meanings of the cards. And that's it. There is no spreads, no page of contents, no page numbers either. And we seem to be getting a one-page little write-up per major, and the same for each of the minors. And again, the font size seems to be different on each page as well. Or not each page, but some of the pages have smaller text. All right. I don't know if you noticed the difference in the size of the font. It's very obvious here between the Fool and the Magician and the High Priestess. You see the Fool here is super large and the High Priestess is kind of small. And I get that because the High Priestess is a long title. But then if we look at, say, the Four of Coins and the Four of Cups, which is the same size, same length of you know, characters or letters, you can see here that the Four of Coins has a much larger font than the Four of Cups. So I think maybe a little bit of extra attention to the editing would have been a good idea, but it's not a big deal, really. It's not something that I'm going to, that's going to bug me too much. All right, let's try and shuffle this. I think it's going to be a bit too thick for me to riffle. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable to put my fingers all around this. Yeah, and it's too thick for me to, I cannot get this to bend enough. That's a shame. That's a shame. But at least the cardstock seems to be good enough to riffle shuffle quite well. So yeah, sorry, not riffle shuffle, hand over hand shuffle, I mean. That's a really nice, they slide really well. And that happens. All right, so let's pick out 3 cards and read from the guidebook, shall we? So let's do 1, 2, and 3. They look super pretty on the table with their backs up like this. All right, so for the first card we get the Hierophant, yes, with the white raven. Then we have the 6 of Cups that I was a bit confused about. That's nice. And then we have the 6 of Coins. All right, 2 6s. I might actually dip in and grab a court card as well, so we can see, so that we can hear the explanation. Yes, let's take the Page of Coins. And actually, I think we will go for... Sorry, I should just trust the the draw. But for some reason, I don't want 2 of the 6s. I want to get that one out and put in... let's try and find a sword card. Let's do the 10 of Swords. All right. So, the Hierophant. There we go. Upright, this is a card of depth, not death. This is a card of depth. You may be having some big, deep thoughts lately, sitting and contemplating life. Don't be afraid to be a little philosophical. Pick up a book, speak to an elder. Who knows what doors it will unlock. Reversed, don't be a sheep following the wrong leader. Make your own path. This card can guarantee it will have a better chance of knowing knowing your needs. I think that's supposed to be your needs. Sorry, what is that? What is this sentence? This card can guarantee it will have a better chance. It will have a better chance of knowing your needs that following the crown. That sentence makes no sense to me. So I think what they mean to say here is this card can guarantee that you will have a better chance of knowing your needs rather than following it, but rather than what? Yeah, that's an incomplete sentence, unfortunately. But I think what they mean to say is that it's better to follow your own, make and follow your own path rather than following the crowd blindly, and you will know yourself and your needs better than the crowd would do, I suppose. Yeah. All right. So the 6 of Cups. Six of Cups. Reflecting on memories of happiness can often spark a seed of inspiration. By recalling your joyful memories and holding them in our hearts, we have the courage to embrace the future. Reversed, not all memories are kind. We can become locked in what was. Wistful to return to those lost days. Oh, there's missing an apostrophe there as well. It's then that we cannot have gratitude for where we are now and may lose what is in front of us. Right, so... Alright, so I suppose the lizard here is gazing into the globe full of happy memories and forgetting to live and focus on what's around it, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, I get that. Right, the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Upright. It is time to shake off the negative and release that which causes you grief. This can be in the form of a relationship, platonic or romantic, a habit that has not served you well, or even a job that you have stayed in too long. Moving on can be scary, as one door closes, another will open. You can trust in that, but first you must let go. Reversed, sometimes change happens whether we are prepared for it or not. Something will get ripped away from us without warning, and we can feel betrayed, hurt, or helpless. It can be hard to see it now through the raw, empty space of its absence, but it will be for the best. Change is our friend. It guides us to becoming the best version of ourselves. Embrace this new chapter and know you will rise from the ashes victorious and free from pain. This card also, it reminds me kind of like of a Patronus, you know, from the Harry Potter books. All right, so the last one is the Page of Coins. Page of Coins. All right, so we got a very little right up there for the page. So, Page of Coins, upright. An energy of adventure will provoke new playful endeavors. This could be in the workplace or at home. A new younger energy will inject much needed progress into a project. Reversed, imagine all we could achieve without procrastination and distraction. Try to pull away from things that knock you from productiveness, and you will reap the rewards. All right, so it's a pretty straightforward little white book. I do wish that we got a kind of little write-up of the choices for the depictions in a way that would have made me happy, but of course this is not my creation, so it's fine. I do really love the artwork in this deck. Hang on, one thing that I was curious about, I saw that there were write-ups of the extra cards as well. So let's pick the Night card and say the Autumn card and see what it says about those as well. Now that we're here anyway. All right, so we have the Autumn card comes up for first. So we have upright. We could be sad about the trees and the leaves they lose, but instead we take joy in the crunch and the colors. We know the trees will grow their fresh green foliage next year, brighter and bigger than the year before or the year previous. Now is time to make plans for the future and be grateful for all that has been. Reversed, as the summer makes way to the winter, some of us can experience a great sadness. What are the causes of your sadness? Where is it coming from? Remember the trees that each year let go of their leaves for the year, and how beautiful that process becomes. Ah, that's quite cute. And then for the Knight card, it says, upright. There is a situation that needs you to be solemn and respectful. The joyous light nature of the joyous light nature of the day makes way to a practical, cooler nature. Not often do I encourage guarding emotions and putting on an air of professionalism. I am a Gemini after all, but this task requires poise and control. Reversed, the opposite of night is day. See the tarot card reading for day and treat this as your reverse reading. Right, so we've got the reverse here, which would then be, there is a task right now that needs your care. For you to tread lightly and consider how to approach it. Exercise your compassion and kindness. You will be a beacon of light in this situation. I don't know if that's the opposite. I feel like here it says you need care and tread lightly and have compassion and kindness, and here it says you need to be solemn and respectful and to guard your emotions. I kind of feel like they're kind of the same. I don't know. Okay. What do you think? I think this is a really beautiful deck. I think the guidebook could use a bit of work still, but it does have some interesting quick kind of quick thinking things that you could incorporate into a reading that I think can be useful. I do think that some of the cards would benefit from having a little bit of a description of what we are looking at and why, like for example for the Seven of Wands here, and what the thought process was behind the choice of how they depicted a certain card, definitely. But overall, I am super enthusiastic about the production quality of this deck. The cards are stunning. The card stock is really nice, even though I can't refill it, which is my preference. It's still a very good quality card stock. The matte gold edging, the backs are absolutely, I think this is probably one of my all-time favorite backs of a tarot deck ever, just because I just love fairy rings and mushrooms, and this is just gorgeous. But yeah, a very different type of deck in my collection, even though it is an animal deck and I have loads of them. I'm still happy to have this in my collection for now, and yeah, we'll see how we get on as we start working together. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you think about this deck. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please take care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.